Hello, everybody, and welcome to a brand new podcast over here on RHAP. And welcome in to the Pooya and Liana Lounge. We're so excited for what's to come. I am one half of your host, Pooya.
Oh, and I'm Liana. Hi.
Hello.
What a good start.
It's great. I mean, this is literally how we are. So it's
I know,
fine.
but I'm so used to you introducing me.
I know, but it feels weird when we're in person. It feels
Why?
Because, when there's a talk show, sure, there's a host and a guest.
Yeah, exactly.
We are co-hosts.
I know, but how do they? Okay, but think about it. Like if you're introducing someone to somebody, like, hello, audience, you're like, oh, I'm Pooya. And you'd be like, this is my friend, Liana.
I don't know. I feel like this is a very 50-50 endeavor.
I see.
And it felt like I'd be like saying I'm the big cheese. And like I'm like the half cheese.
Okay, we're each half a cheese.
Yes. What kind of cheese would you be?
Swiss.
Really?
Because I got a lot of holes.
Are we 2 minutes into this endeavor yet?
Okay, where were we?
I'd be Gouda because I'm goo.
Yeah, good. Well, speaking of goo, Master, your podcast's over.
Yeah. So if you have not checked out any of the plugs we have been making at the end of podcasts for the last 3 months or the Masked Singer podcast itself, you may not be aware of this, but we just completed our last ride with the Masked Singer. We've been doing that podcast for 5 years. It was the first podcast that I was given the keys to. So it was my wee baby. What?
Nothing. Continue.
You didn't like that, huh?
No, just
My
starting off.
So
With
you
an
said
Austin Powers
holes.
reference.
You said holes.
I love that movie. It's a good movie. Shia LaBeouf breakout role.
It was my wee baby, and it was the first time I was given the opportunity to host the show. So it's always going to be a very important part of my podcasting journey. Also, getting to co-host it with you, extra treat, incredible. And listen, we covered that show for 10 seasons, 5 years. We started noticing a very recurring trend with every passing season. I feel like if you looked at it as like a ratio, the ratio of Masked Singer related commentary to us talking used to be like 70-30. Next season, 60-40. I feel like by the end, it was like 25-75 the other way. And so when we gave the keys back to the Masked Singer pod, we started this new journey, which we are in a lounge now, and it's the Pooya and Liana Lounge.
Yes, the Pooya and Liana Lounge. I think this is going to be really fun. We're here for the journey. And that's it. That's it. That's the thing. That's the tweet. That's the
You're
ski.
here. You're here now.
Welcome.
You're in this with us now. We're very excited. I think this is going to be a very, very, very fun project. It's something new that neither of us have really done with podcasting because typically with podcasting for us being in the space we are, we're talking about a show, whether it's reality TV or scripted. We're focused on that as the main. Here, I'm the main and you're the main. Co-mains.
Co-mains.
Yeah.
Okay. I didn't think about it that way. It's cool. Well, and I think also we're launching this in the new year.
Yes.
New year, new us, new lounge, new things happening.
Are you about to do magic?
That's what I feel like is some close-up magic.
Yeah, and to give you a bit of insight here, we have been working on putting this together for a couple of months now. Like while Masked Singer had been going on and we were recording those, we were working on bringing this in, making a whole new set, new chairs, new setup, and
Home goods, baby.
yeah. You know, in addition to getting all the setup stuff sorted, we've just been firing off thoughts, ideas. Like what is this shot? Why are you acting like you weren't in the room with me when we discussed everything?
I don't know. You're like firing off shots. This is the other problem that we're going to run into is that when we record the Masked Singer, it's audio only. We don't record video, let alone sit in the same room with each other.
We don't have camera. Yeah, cameras are off for those recordings. So it's not like you don't see the video, but we see each other. We don't see each other.
I feel like the Masked Singer podcast, if we had recorded it, would have been derailed so many times because of moments like this. So let's let Liana react. Let's stay focused, and then she'll express her feelings later.
That's chill. That's chill.
Okay.
The only thing I get concerned with, because with all the hosting I've done, is the temp check, right? It's like if someone looks some type of, I'm like, are you okay? Is everything fine?
Yeah, I'm okay. You don't have to ask if I'm okay.
Well,
I'm okay.
There's a difference between like when I see a reaction that's like,
What does it look like a
admiration.
cherub baby?
No, it's like, why a baby? It's just you're admiring the person versus like. And I'm like, what did I do that was worthy of that reaction?
Yeah, but that's what I normally look like most of the time.
Oh my god! Well, how many things? Then I'm just gonna ignore you.
Okay,
Is what
yes.
you're saying?
Yes, that's what I'm telling you.
Ignore one half of the podcast. Yeah.
Well, I'll tell you if I have a feeling.
Yeah. What I was saying was we've firing off all shots. I meant we have been brainstorming a lot of different things. Why?
I'm sorry. Now I'm laughing at my reaction. Okay, just okay.
We're never gonna get through an episode.
I'm sorry. I'm staying focused. Yes, please, Pooya, continue.
So we brainstormed a lot of ideas.
We did.
And we're excited to share them with you as they come along. Okay?
Yes, exactly. So I think starting off the new year right, this is what we wanted to do. I think we're both super passionate about it. And
I would say so.
yeah, what a way to start the new year.
Yeah, well, in order to start the new year, you have to go through December, and specifically the end of December, the old holidays.
the old holidays. You know what they say, the old holidays.
The bridge between the year and then the new year, that middle like 10 days where all of us are kind of just getting through it.
It is like no man's land.
It is.
It's like a
the
weird
international waters of dates.
The purgatory land. But it's funny because that's actually, so a little bit of peek behind the curtain. We're doing a lot of this work in the purgatory state.
Yeah.
So now to us, the purgatory state has meaning. It's podcast time.
And some of us really want it to have meaning. Some of us are like, it's just the purgatory, isn't it? Let's just have fun.
No, okay, but I think that it's like a beautiful way, in the same way that Jeff Probst talks about being birthed into mud to be birthed into Survivor.
That reaction you gave me for the shot taking, that's where you give this reaction.
No. So Jeff Probst talks about being birthed into Survivor, like through the mud. Like the mud births you into Survivor.
Like the mud is the mother?
I guess it would be the placenta, I guess.
Then who is the mother? Nature?
Yeah. Mother Nature. Right?
Yes.
Yes. And I think that fits with the Survivor Man persona. But anyway, not to get too much into the Jeff Probst weeds. So, which maybe what Jeff Probst was weeding when
I don't know if I could handle the Jeff Probst weeds. I don't think that's for me.
Did you see that video of Jeff Probst at the tennis?
The
tennis no, the tennis one. We saw that together.
Yeah.
Jeff Probst is ripped. I was very surprised.
Leon was like, who is that?
I didn't recognize him. I didn't think it was Jeff. Yeah. So if you haven't seen it, there's this video of Jeff Probst looking ripped.
Yeah, well, people who watched him make his stint on 2.5 Men with the Nuggets.
I know, but that was what? How many years ago?
Was that a plate of food?
No, it was bacon. It was a plate of bacon, which I feel like you should have remembered that.
I'm thinking Nuggets because of the San Juan del Sur Nuggets comment from Keith's son.
Wes?
Yes.
Oh my God.
I'm sorry.
This is why we're not doing a TV show podcast, obviously.
I don't remember his name for a second. Is that not allowed? Am I supposed to know everyone? What am I, Rob?
You mean, what are you, Mike?
Oh my, Mike would be like, so this is his middle name. And the reason why this is his middle name is because, and just know.
That's why I love doing the B&B with Mike, because it's just like, I don't have to remember anything.
He knows everything. He
remembers everything.
And the thing is, he talks about a lot of different shows.
Yeah.
And the fact that he remembers everything about everything is incredible.
Anyway, what was I saying? Okay, we were talking about being birthed into the new year. So you're being birthed into the new year. And I feel like, I'm the type of person who has a lot of rituals when it comes to being birthed into the new year. A lot of them are being currently developed. I'm a woman of constant growth. Am I right, Pooya? Isn't that right?
I would say that's accurate.
So I did I bought a personalized journal planner thing, like personalized.
Yeah. Well,
it's so cool.
You've been journaling for like 2 years now. So it makes sense for you to get a personalized one that caters to what you need and want now.
Yeah, exactly. So I'm like ready. I'm set. There's no purgatory for me.
Yeah, I know.
We're doing this, baby. I already started. Well, because technically it starts on the 30th. Oh, that's right. The other thing I was going to say, a little peek behind the curtain, is that we are recording this technically at the end of December.
Yeah.
So
am I going to go, I'm going to do it. How's it going on that other side?
Hey,
how's 2025? Are we having fun yet?
Oh my God. What if something horrible or major happens at the beginning of 2025 and then we put this out? We have to put on like a disclaimer that's like,
I will wear the
just so
exact same outfit. You will wear the exact same outfit.
re-
We reshoot this. They never see this.
Okay, yeah, that sounds like a good idea.
Yeah, yeah. No, but in our realm, in our little TV world, I think there's a lot to be excited for. You know, the reason why maybe I love the purgatory to be purgatory, especially now with what I do, is that January is Traders Month, and specifically the first like 10 days are Traders Central with UK, US, and our own one that we run, the RHAP Traders that we've
congratulations to the winner.
Yeah, you did really good.
You or yous.
Y'all did very good.
Yeah.
If the faithfuls take it this time.
Yeah. Congrats.
What did you? So obviously they're gonna be like, we're long past it at that point. But what did you think of the cast?
The US cast?
No, our RHAP one.
Oh yeah, I thought it was fun. It's a good group of people. I mean, you know, obviously I played last year when we did this and had a bit had a bit of a kerfuffle with Chappelle, which by the way was, for those of you who may still be hanging on to this, was genuinely fun. Like it was meant to be good content. Okay, like no one's mad.
Liana knows what she's doing with content. I'll say that. Like, you know what's up.
Yeah, you've seen this banger so far. Talked about journaling.
You're still here, right? You haven't paused? You haven't moved to the other monitor?
It was funny because we were talking about topics that we wanted to talk about today. And one of my first topics was, let me tell you about the grocery store.
If I have to hear about... So our grocery store did some renovations in the last couple months, and they switched some aisles around. And Liana talks about this like it's a neighbor that leaves hateful messages on our door. Graffitis are like building.
I'm really upset about it. But anyway, the reason why I stopped myself was because I could just see that face, like your face being like, oh, great, we're starting a new podcast. And the most titular thing that Liana wants to talk about is the grocery store.
Yeah, it's like, this is our like hook. This is like, we're drawing
this is our
them in.
intro. This is like, hey guys, we're doing a new podcast. Oh, sorry. Come on in, us. We're doing a new podcast. Hey, us is uses. We're doing a new podcast, and wow, that's so exciting.
You
that's
know
so
who
cool.
You are right now?
Who?
You know that episode of Parks and Rec where Ben Wyatt goes on the Joan Kalamazoo show and has a whole meltdown? That and he does that face. Yep, human disaster.
Human disaster at the bottom. What was it? Ice Clown costs town.
Ice Town.
Something Crown or something like that.
Oh, Crown was in
there.
Yeah,
that is how I feel. Okay, but I don't see, that's the thing. I don't consider myself floundering in this moment. What was I talking about? The grocery store. Anyway, so the thing about the grocery store is that they've put the same product in multiple places. The Haribo gummy bears are in 2 different places within the groceries, in the same store, in 2 different, and it's not like an end cap and a main aisle. They're in 2 main aisles. Isn't that really annoying?
Yeah.
But I'm keeping track of all of the things I find wrong. Not to complain to the store, because I'm sure they're doing their best, but like just for my own personal documentation purposes.
You're just holding anger.
It's not anger. It's frustration.
I feel like that's a synonym.
It's the same thing. Anyway, whatever. What were we talking about before this?
I asked you about the Traders cast.
Oh, yeah, the Traders cast.
And then you brought up that you played.
Yes.
And then you said it's content. And then you
Yes.
said, speaking of content, grocery store.
Oh, yes. Okay. You don't need to do that, because otherwise the problem is that I'm going to start talking about the grocery store again. So don't remind me
Why
where.
Are you pointing your finger at me like, you bad host.
No, not a bad. No, not a bad host. Sorry. You should. Here, I'll do the what's the thing the politicians do where they put their finger like this.
You about to do your newscaster, weren't you? Yeah.
No. I was about to do a really bad George Bush impression, which I will not do because I actually can't do one. Anyway, the point is the Traders cast. Oh, yes. Okay, the Traders cast.
This is literally what happens on the Masked Singer podcast, by the way. We would not get through clue packages because of these moments. Well, go on.
Okay, the problem is that my brain is sort of this like web of thoughts. It does a lot. And there'll be a single train of thought, then that will bifurcate, and then there will be 2 thoughts, and then that bifurcates, and then there's 4 thoughts, and then there's just a bunch of thoughts, and I can't decide which one I'm going to say in what order. So the Traders cast. Felicia is, I think, you seem concerned.
No, I'm listening.
Felicia was, to me, the biggest surprise. When you told me that you had Felicia, that was the moment that was the most eye-opening to me.
I think Felicia was the biggest surprise.
No offense to any of the other gets, and it's not even a matter of...
I think it's because...
It's not even a matter of who I was most excited for. It was a matter of I'm surprised that Felicia agreed to do it.
Yeah. I think that's going to be the one like, wow.
Yeah.
She said yes.
Yeah.
And I think that in working and talking about who we should get, I was like, listen, worst case is it's a no, right? And we move on to the next one.
Yeah.
It's like, hey, shoot and see.
Yeah, shoot your shot, kid. Shoot your shot, kid. That's my...
I feel like if I keep looking at you like this, how long will you go?
What do you mean? How long will I go? How low can you go? Like limbo? You mean just me talking without you speaking? Here's the thing. I will just speak to myself out loud.
Oh, I know.
Around the house.
I know.
I'm having a whole dialogue.
Everyone has an inner dialogue, or so I think.
Yeah.
Liana has outer dialogue.
Yeah.
Where, for example, this morning, I woke up and I made my way towards the bathroom. And Liana's office, my office, they're like in between them is the bathroom. So I walk by. Liana's door is open. She has headphones on, and she's like working on an Excel spreadsheet or something, and she's just like, "That's funny." To herself, like out, like she has headphones in, mind you. Like I have those same thoughts. I just don't yell them out.
Okay, not to bring it back to the grocery store, but one time I was at the grocery store. So I have there's Dr. Brown's Diet Cherry Soda. Don't laugh at me.
I'm not laughing. I'm reacting.
Dr. Brown's Diet Cherry Soda. If you haven't had it, please never try it because there's a shortage and I don't want any of you to buy it. I would like to buy it.
This is like the opposite of gatekeeping. You're like, I will tell you, but don't you dare buy the Dr. Brown's.
Don't you dare buy it because I want all the cans because I can't find it. I've been struggling to find it at the grocery stores. Okay, so I was mad at our current grocery store for its reorganizational plan. So I went to a different grocery store and you know what? They had it. They had the Diet Cherry Soda. I'm in the aisle and my reaction was, ooh, yay. That's what I did out loud without even thinking about it. Like this is a weird thing. And I grabbed the soda. I'm putting it in my cart. I'm so excited. And I see this woman just staring at me.
Yeah.
And I'm imagining this from her perspective that this woman wanders in, audibly says yay and applauds the soda. So yeah, I don't know what the point of that was.
I feel like the nerd in a old movie would be like, ooh, score, as they like find gummy bears at the store. Like that's what.
Wait, what?
Yeah.
What do you mean?
The yay.
Who's the nerd? I'm not.
Yeah, definitely not.
No.
What were you looking at this morning when I walked by you and you were laughing?
I was looking at my daily stories.
What format was it in?
Yeah, I mean, it's in an Excel spreadsheet. It's a Google sheet, so I can access it from my phone. But I found that that's the easiest way instead of a Word document to store my entries for my daily story. Which, that's another thing I'm sure will come up multiple times because I closed out my daily stories for 2024. Every day, I try to find a daily story, which is just a moment. And sometimes it can be sweet. It can be, oh, Pooya complimented me. And so I wrote that down. Or it can be a fun conversation I had with a friend or something like that. Or it can be something weird and silly. And I will write it down. And for example, Pooya's mom called him lazy boy. And that was very funny to me.
Like the fact that was your quote of the day, essentially.
Exactly. It was my moment of the day. I love it.
And why did you love it?
Because it's just funny to hear your mom say that. I feel heard.
Oh, so you think that she said it, that kind of thing.
Yeah. Anyway, they're not all making fun of Pooya. Most of them are other things.
So you just kind of like you scammed me because you initially were like, it's like Pooya pays me a compliment. Like, oh, that's nice. I'm very nice. And then you're like, yeah, and he lazy too.
Yeah.
And his mom thinks so.
Yeah.
She said it jokingly.
Yeah, and I wrote it jokingly.
Am I that lazy to you?
No. That's not where I wanted to go with this. Anyway, the point. Wait, where did I want to go? Oh, spreadsheet. Okay, yeah, but whatever. I use spreadsheets. So what? Everybody uses spreadsheets.
Yeah, you sound defensive. I agree.
I'm not defensive. I'm just pointing out a thing that everybody does.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Everybody enjoys their morning coffee
and their morning
on a day off with a spreadsheet. Yes.
Their morning spreadsheets.
Yeah.
Yeah.
When I say if, you say function. If.
We're way above that.
Well, were we a VLOOKUP family?
Okay, who's the Excel nerd now?
I literally took IT in the 12th grade, and that's like I remember stuff. That's it.
What was in your IT class?
Excel.
Okay.
Access.
Like Access
Publisher,
Hollywood.
not like Access Hollywood.
I'm a Billy Bush type.
Access is like a database type
yeah,
program. Okay. Publisher, some PowerPoint, some Word doc, but mostly it was like Excel.
Did you use word art? Remember when word art was a thing?
Oh, no, I mean, yeah, I used word art in like the 5th grade, but it was never like part of like, it was like, ooh, you're trying to zhuzh up this like paper. And it was never really adequately zhuzhed.
Learning to use technology when we were in like 4th or 5th grade or something, and I remember I made a science presentation or not, it wasn't like a PowerPoint presentation, it was one of the classic 3-walled cardboard boards. Did you ever have to do those when you were a kid?
Describe it more.
Okay, so it's like a flat cardboard thing.
Okay.
And then it would fold and you would open it and then you would stand it up and everybody would have science. You'd have a science fair and everybody would have to, and it would be
so it'd be like 3 columns type of
and results, discussion,
I see.
Or conclusions or whatever. You never had to do that?
I've seen it. I've never done it. No.
Okay, so I remember doing one and I remember it was my first time ever doing it. And it was in retrospect, it was so ugly because I used every different word art font I could find.
Oh my God. I feel like that was
graphic
the move,
design
though.
Is my passion.
That was the move back in the day, though.
Yeah.
Just to use up all of them. Was it Clippy?
Oh my God, Clippy.
Yeah.
Didn't they kill Clippy though?
Clippy's like probably somewhere hiding. Clippy's hiding.
I'm pretty sure they killed off Clippy.
I don't think so.
Okay, you want to bet on it?
No.
I'll bet you.
You don't like gambling.
Yeah, but I think I'll win this one.
Oh, that's...
Okay, I'll bet you $3 that they killed off Clippy.
Wow, so you think you're going to win and you're betting $3?
I don't
you really
like
are 5.
I don't like gambling.
Yeah. I'll bet you a nickel.
Oh my gosh. Wait, speaking of Christmas moments. So I remember, this thought has been popping back into my head every once in a while, but I remember when I want to say maybe in middle school or something. Okay. So like 12, 13-ish. And I remember for Christmas one year, I don't know if my parents had like asked people for money for me or what the situation was, because I was really into fashion polys. Do you know fashion polys?
It's like the doll, right?
They're the ones with like the little rubber clothes. Not Polly Pockets, fashion polys. They
rubber
were very specific.
Clothes.
Yeah, they were little sort of plasticky, rubbery clothes. Okay, anyway, obviously not into the cool toys as a kid.
Oh, the cool toys, huh?
Fashion polys were pretty cool.
Okay.
Anyway, so I was really into fashion polys.
We got toy shame kids. But...
And okay, well, what toys did you play with growing up?
I had Power Rangers.
Okay, that's pretty cool.
That was yeah, and I had the Zords too.
What are the Zords? Is that a Power Rangers thing? I never watched Power Rangers.
Then why? How would you say it's cool then?
I don't know. I just feel like I should compliment you.
You watched Barney.
I did watch Barney as a baby. As a baby.
You were watching Barney like last year.
Oh, shut up. My microphone is falling down.
Yeah, maybe it's a sign.
It doesn't want to hear me
anymore. Stop her.
Please stop talking about Barney. Okay, anyway. So I remember I got $106 in
very
cash.
Specific amount.
I remember because I thought I was the richest person on the planet as a kid. I remember going to the toy store and blowing all my money on fashion polys, and I felt like,
how many fashion polys did that get you?
I think they were maybe $12 to $20 per set. So I got probably, 7 to 5 approximately sets. But I remember there was a specific toy store in the mall, and South Glen Mall, Colorado. Shout out to the home mall. Anyway, and then they tore it down. But now it's like the streets at South Glen. They try to gentrify and make it look all nice.
Clippy and that mall are dead.
Both. That's so sad. Like the death of Janky.
Oh, yes. I was going to say something. Oh, so I was thinking about this the other day.
Okay.
And you talking about your fashion polys really brought that.
Okay,
together.
You said that in a mocking tone.
Did I? I'm sorry.
That.
Something in my throat. It wasn't
Power Rangers.
Well, that's how you said it already, and I let it go. No, but I was thinking about, you said, what did you buy? And I was like, Power Rangers. And then the other side was like Pokemon cards. I had this realization that I think when you converted the price of the dirhams to dollars, that the Pokemon cards, it was like the little pack with 11 cards in it or whatever. It's like $3, maybe $4. And I remember getting, like, my mom being like, you guys can each have one of those. And I was like, oh my God, she's so generous.
I know.
And like, now I'm thinking about, I'm like, Mom, I couldn't have had 5. It was
but
3
inflation.
apiece.
Yeah, but inflation, $3 now, $3 then. It's like vastly different.
How much is like the current pack? Because obviously,
I have no idea.
I mean, neither do I. But I'm like, the I know that like the packs from back then are super pricey. But
yeah.
What was that, $8? I don't know. Anyway, I was like, man, I feel like I could have had more. But also, I'm happy that I didn't, because I feel like that would have been too much. Like, I would have expected too much. You got to earn them.
Well, that's the key in life. Low expectations.
Yeah.
So only get 1 pack of Pokemon cards for Christmas every year.
Oh, like, especially, I don't want to be like Dudley Dursley. Like, I need 57 gifts this year. No.
Can I show off my banana? Please.
Yes.
Okay, I'll be right back.
So before you tell them and show them this banana you were so excited about showing, you want to give them a bit of the lore and the backdrop of why and how this came to be?
So for the holidays, we were visiting my dad's family, which consists of 6 cousins. And what we decided to do to make gift giving easier is we do a white elephant, I guess, technically. Yeah, it's a white elephant gift exchange where each cousin contributes 3 gifts, and then you get 3 gifts out of there. So one of the gifts that my sister contributed was a banana. Banana!
So for context, this banana is squishy.
It's so squishy. So did we pick it?
No. So Liana really liked the banana and was actively like holding it, and someone stole it from her. Or no,
I think we were just holding it.
Yeah.
We were considering stealing it because you can steal within the white elephant gift exchange.
Yeah.
And I really, really liked the way it feels. It is extremely wonderful
and
to
you're
touch.
big on like fidget.
Yeah, I have a lot of little fidget toys.
Yeah, this
not
is
like a giant.
You can't have this on a pod.
I can't and I can't take this to work and have this like at my work.
Enough of the banana.
Okay, wait, but can I show one thing that you can do with it? So one thing I discovered last night is you can shove your hand up inside of it. Look!
It looks like a little zucchini now. Okay, stop. What are you doing?
Anyway, so there was something I wanted more though than the banana. So I spent a long time debating if I was gonna take the banana or not. I ended up choosing the other thing, but Pooya went to Five Below, which is where my sister got it, and purchased for delivery a banana for me to have. Yeah. So that was very sweet. That was very kind of you.
That didn't make the spreadsheet. My mom calling me lazy boy did, though.
Well, I'll add it now. That'll be today's story.
I don't want it in the story. It's too late. You have missed the opportunity.
Okay.
But the funny thing is, I ordered it right after you stole the other gift.
Yes.
On this couch next to you, because I was like,
yes,
she wants this. I can tell. I want to make it happen. The shipping costs more than the item.
Wait, really?
Yeah.
How much was the shipping?
Like about like $1 more than the item.
We could have gone to a Five Below.
I didn't want to leave it to chance. I wanted to make sure you get it.
Well, speaking of spending $3 on Pokemon cards, thank you for shilling out $11 for the banana.
14.
Wow. Think about how many
Spare
Pokemon
no
cards
expense
you could
for you.
so
Anything
kind.
for you.
That's so sweet of you.
Yeah.
But anyway, yeah. So that's what we were doing for the holiday season. We were visiting family. Pooya got to see the Liberty Bell.
I did.
Big
I got
deal.
to see the Liberty Bell. I got to have a Philly cheesesteak.
Yeah.
And I got a nice shawarma as well, which was
he did. That's
so good.
Yes, we went to Reading Market and Pooya had a shawarma.
Yeah, because Liana really wanted a Reuben.
I really wanted.
And I was like, I could eat that, but that's not really me. What else is here? So I like browsed around while she was queued up, and I saw this shawarma sign. I was like, if it's not rotating,
yeah,
I'm not eating.
What?
If it's
Do you
not,
apply that to all your foods? You're like, if it ain't rotating,
no,
I ain't eating.
No, but you've seen shawarma, like the authentic
Yeah,
shawarma.
yeah.
It's on a like diagonal. Yeah.
Okay, does that appeal to you as a general concept? Food rotating on a spit?
So you know how people have bucket lists?
Okay, yeah.
One of my things
Is to bite from one of...
is to bite like chicken
Yeah.
directly off of that.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay, yeah.
I've told you this.
Yeah, well, but I feel like that's a common because I also would want to do that. I wouldn't say it's bucket list level.
It's
like,
one of those things. Yeah. Like I feel like people are like, my bucket list, I gotta do this, I gotta visit this I don't really have that. I have
Okay.
like 2 or 3 things on it.
Okay.
My first one that I kind of given up on is have a sandwich be named after me.
I think that's still possible.
Yeah,
Don't give
but
up on your dreams, Pooya.
I mean, dream small, okay? No,
Okay,
but
have a sandwich named after you.
yeah. Create a word or phrase that becomes part of the common language.
Okay, like brain rot.
Sure.
Okay.
Yeah, like a word that just wasn't really a thing and
Okay.
now is a thing.
Okay.
And bite off the
And
shawarma
bite off
thing.
that will,
I'm sure there's others. What?
those are your 3 life goals.
No, not life goals. See, you're making it a comedic thing, and you're minimizing it, and you're making it not matter by making it seem like it's my life goals.
You know that bucket list movie with Morgan Freeman?
I mean, I feel like I heard that's where the phrase bucket list originated from.
Really? I feel like people were
so.
using it before that. But anyway, imagine if that was on his bucket list. He was like, I just want to, and then the movie
Well, that's what I'm
ends.
saying is I call it a bucket list because that's kind of what the phrase is. But
Yeah.
like I said, it's not like other people are like, I'm trying to see 50 worlds in my lifetime.
Right.
No, like
50
countries.
50 worlds?
50 countries.
Okay,
They're
Elon
dreaming
Musk.
very big. I don't like this. I listen to your stories about the grocery store, and then all I say is like, I have these 3 things that I thought of as a kid, as a youngin. These are things I thought of, and you're like, oh, so they're life goals, you big lazy boy, you.
I didn't say that. Your mom said that. I'm just saying aim bigger. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Maybe aim for 2 sandwiches to be named after you. Or a sandwich and a side. The Pooya special. And it's a sandwich and a side and a drink.
The Pooya special is no.
Ew, Pooya.
No, that's not what I was trying. Why are you like this?
Okay, if you had a drink named after you, what would you want it to be in the drink? Or
Oh.
maybe we should talk about the sandwich because that seems to be your priority.
Not really. It's not a priority. Stop making it seem like this is like a life, like a thing that I must do. It's like, ew, if it happened, it'd be pretty cool.
Okay.
I don't like this. I don't
So what
like
would
this.
you want to be in your sandwich?
We're pivoting.
Bacon.
We're
chicken
pivoting.
cutlet.
We are pivoting. I would like to pivot away from this
Okay, hit the
conversation.
button.
There's no button.
Okay, but if we did.
If we did,
Wah!
I'm going off the top rope with the elbow on that button right now. I
no.
want to move on.
Okay, fine. Then what? Okay, then what do you want to talk about?
I feel like I didn't like that. I didn't like that you mocked me when I listened to your nonsensical stories. Like tell them about the lettuce.
What lettuce?
Tell them about the
Which-
snack lettuce.
You have to be clear which snack.
I
lettuce.
want both. I want both your Subway lettuce and I want the snack lettuce at home.
Okay, first of all, here's the thing. I don't consider this to be shameful in any way, and I'm not embarrassed by my lettuce.
No one said
okay?
it's shameful.
Yeah, I know, but the way that the juxtaposition that's happening now is like you're like, well, this was a goofy thing for me to talk
just
about, so
feel
now
like-
you have to talk about your weird goofy things.
My thing was that's my issue, right? Is that I shared something.
I know, and I love and I respect you so much, and we'll make your dreams come true. I will buy out a shawarma place so you can chomp on that spit.
You don't have my vote.
You know.
You don't have my vote.
So snack. Okay, so I'm a vegetable girly. All right, I love me a good veg. All right. So when I was a kid, we would go to Subway, and my dad would. I didn't like having lettuce on my sandwich, but I would. You know, this is where my
wanted lettuce.
Well,
still.
well, no. Technically, this was my dad telling me that I had to eat lettuce, but it was fine because I ate a lot of vegetables growing up, so I was like used to it. You know what I mean? They conditioned me from a young age. So Subway used to have the little bags. You know, the cookies go in, and they would fill it with just iceberg salad lettuce from the salad bar, and then I would just like a little
that
mouse.
was your side. That's the Liana special.
Yeah, I would have a cheese sandwich, no meat, just cheese. I really liked the cheese at Subway, apparently, when I was a kid.
So just
a little Kaiser
cheese-
roll with cheese. and then a little bag of lettuce. So that was my lettuce origin story. And then after that,
That story is so much weirder than what I thought. I remember the side lettuce. I did not.
yeah,
Just cheese.
yeah, just cheese on the Kaiser roll with like no sauce.
And how much?
I
cheese?
was a child.
So.
I was a child.
How child were you?
A very child.
Like how child?
I don't know, like pretty child.
Okay. Well, I'm
I
clearly.
don't remember how old I was. Okay, do you remember when you were young? Like you were just young.
I remember when I was young.
No, but I mean, you don't remember your age. Like you just like I was a child. Was I
at the
4
very-
or
at
was
the
I
very-
12? I don't know.
That is a huge range.
I
to
was
not
a
know, though.
child. I don't know. I was childing. I was busy being a child. I wasn't busy keeping track of dates.
If you were 12 and your meal at Subway was a Kaiser roll with like the one triangle of cheese and then a side lettuce, that is wild. 4 years old. I'm like, all right, that makes sense. Cool.
You know, I think they wouldn't have been able to give me the child's meal because at 12 years old, I was very tall.
Yeah. Even
I was
worse.
like already like 5'6". I was a giant. Did I tell you about the one time I was roller skating and there was this little kid I was on? So, okay, I'm already tall, granted. Like I was 5'9" when I was like 13 or 14. Yeah, I mean, I was very tall, very young. So anyway, so little giant me, I'm roller skating along and this child roller skates underneath me, turns up, looks at me and goes, "Giant!" and then just skates away. My little fragile, I don't know, 14-year-old ego is just like, okay, cool. Like, it didn't really trigger body dysmorphia per se, but like it was a very that would have been my daily story for sure.
Oh my
that day.
That should be your month story.
That's my yearly
Maybe even your
story.
year
I
story.
still think about that to this day. Whenever I think about roller skating, because, okay, let me tell you, got really into roller skating because there was this Coca-Cola commercial where they had this song, Starry-Eyed Surprise. Do you remember that song?
I'm sure I know how it goes.
Okay, so anyways, there's a song called Starry-Eyed Surprise, and there was a Coca-Cola, I'm pretty sure it was a Coca-Cola commercial, and everybody's roller skating, and they just look like they were having so much fun.
And that's
Like,
what got you into it.
That's what got me back into roller skating, because I used to be into roller blading when I was younger because it was cool, and I remember I used to only wear the wrist pads because I thought I looked cool
Oh
with the
my
wrist pads.
God.
I didn't wear the elbow or the knee pads, so I was like, what am I, a
so,
pussy?
like, yeah.
I'm looking cool with my wrist pads. So anyway, so I'm roller skating all about, and no, I was rollerblading. Then I was roller skating later, and then that's when the giant incident happened to me. And I thought it was cool because I had bought, like, we had white roller, like the classic white roller skates. Because again, I was a blader, but now I was learning how to skate with the 4 wheels in the little car position.
I had the sneaker that you press the button on the side.
The
and wheels
Heelys?
came out. No, not Heelys.
Oh.
These were like wheels on
Oh,
bottom
on
and
both.
top. Yeah.
Okay, so I had those too, and I remember I used to get rocks stuck in them, and then I couldn't.
They were not great.
They were not great, and they
No.
were so thick. Like I was already tall, and they were so thick.
Yeah.
And they were heavy because you're like lugging them around. One time when I was in graduate school, I was very under the influence and bought a pair of Heelys as an adult, and then I remember getting them.
But were you 4 or were you 12? How do you know you were an adult?
I know I was in graduate school. I don't know when in graduate school, but I was in graduate school, and I bought a pair of Heelys, and I remember getting them and trying. It was so hard. Heelys were it was really hot. Okay, maybe it was just because I was a fully fledged adult, not like a child.
You were a fully fledged intoxicated adult, though.
Well, I wasn't intoxicated when I was trying them. I was intoxicated when I purchased because I was living out my childhood fantasies of being able to own Heelys. I really wanted Heelys when I was a kid.
Like that's the gateway when you are now adult.
Yeah,
and you have
adult
access
money.
to some adult money. You're like,
Yeah.
these are things I wished I could do, and now I'm going to do them.
now
And you're
I'm
like,
gonna
oh,
do them.
this isn't that good.
No. Or it's really hard.
Yeah.
Heelys are really hard.
So back to the sandwich and the age thing. Oh yeah, Pooya's weird for going back to the topic at hand.
No. Okay, tell me.
How can you not know if you were 4 or 12? It is vastly different.
I was okay. So we were living in Colorado.
Okay.
So I had to
wait.
have been.
So you frequented Subway. Like you went to Subway was a sandwich shop. You went to no jokes. Subway was a sandwich shop. You went to Often Enough. There's a point.
Don't mean to brag, but yeah, okay. Big Subway girl when I was a kid.
Do you remember the evolution of what you would eat there? Like, do you remember, like, so you had the little side lettuce cheese sandwich thing. And then what was next?
Okay, my first memory is, the Kaiser roll cheese. Mm-hmm. Then, what did I get after that? Maybe roast beef when I finally started eating. Like, I was like, okay, my palate is expanded enough to be able to eat lunch meat on my sandwiches. I think I expanded to roast beef first. And at some point, I switched over to one of the Italian with like the cured meats.
The Italian BMT.
Because actually, speaking of sandwiches, my mom would make me salami sandwiches with butter as a kid, and that's what I would eat. Yeah. That's a lot of fat in a sandwich.
Okay, well, you're a
Mom
kid.
was lubing up my insides, Not in that sounded so wrong. I'm in my digestive tract.
And you know the best part? I'm not going to let you edit this one out. No. This is in the first podcast ever.
No.
I mean, you've said some weird stuff today, so.
Yeah, but that's sort of my day-to-day.
Yeah, low-key, this is stuff that I hear often.
Yeah.
But there's no camera on us.
Yeah. So. Yeah. Wait. What do you mean you hear often?
You say some outlandish stuff.
Yeah.
Like, so for me, the reason...
I'm getting hot. I'm sweating in my good pajamas.
Because you're acting like you're on the stand right now. What is this?
I'll just roll here. I'll just.
Your knees are in the shot.
I know, but my legs are warm.
There. That's how it.
Oh, that looks horrible. Why do I have such ugly knees? Isn't that what the kids should have commented on? She should have been like, ugly knees.
Giant with ugly knees.
Giant with ugly knees. Okay, we'll just cover those bad boys right back up.
Do you want to remove that?
I feel you're like, oh, she's showing her knees.
No one's gonna think that. Tasteful knees.
Oh, it's a tasteful knee shot. Oh.
The reason why I'm bringing up the age thing so much is because I vividly remember my meal journey.
Oh.
As far as because we were a Persian household. So
okay.
6 days of the week is Persian food. Mm-hmm. You got the rice, you got the stews, the meat, But once a week, we would go for my mom would take us kids out for the fun food. And that would be typically fast food. As a kid, you're like, that's that good stuff I want. And McDonald's was kind of the go-to because they had the playground area as well.
Yeah, playpen.
Yeah. So I remember... It would be the Happy Meal, be the hamburger Happy Meal.
Okay.
And then I remember around like maybe 4th grade or so, I switched up. I was like,
oh, I'm a big boy now.
Big Mac time. And the reason I asked you is because I remember the switch up. So for you to say 4 to 12, I'm like, that's very different ages to be.
Okay.
Like if you don't remember what you ate at 4, I get it.
I don't think I was that young. I don't think I was 4 because we were in Colorado at the time because this was the one across from Arapahoe High School. I remember very clearly which Subway it was. And so I must have been like, I don't know, like 7 or 8 or something like that. I'm sure that was the age that I was.
Subway's not good.
Now it's not. I remember having fond memories of it as a child, but I feel like now it's really gone downhill.
My memories of Subway are one opened up right underneath our building.
Okay.
And my dad got me a sandwich from there. My first one. It was like a chicken one. And that's when I discovered Thousand Island. And I was like, yo, this is good. We like Thousand Island in this house.
Yeah.
But then most of my memories are they ended up switching it to 24 hours. Mm-hmm. And when I was in high school, I had a curfew relatively strict to my other friends. But my other friends were like just doing whatever, whenever. But they would pull up to this Subway so that I could hang out.
Oh, that's actually really sweet.
Yeah. Well, the thing is, it was still a note. Like, don't go outside the house. Even
well, you technically. Oh, but you. I guess you were outside the house. But you weren't outside the building, right? So.
Well, it was like the building right next to it.
Okay.
But literally, it couldn't have been an 80-foot walk.
Yeah.
But I would have to tiptoe out of the house, go downstairs, because I was like, worst case scenario, it's like, where are you? I'm like, oh, I'm downstairs. I'll deal with the consequence of being downstairs. I'm like literally a minute away,
Yeah.
But I'm sneaky.
Wow. So. Proud of you.
Yeah. Oh, was that on your little bucket list?
To eat Subway in peace. wanted. I don't know. We were like, I remember when Quiznos, by the way, from Colorado. Shout out Denver.
Is that why you like it so much?
I don't know. Maybe that was part of it. Also, they just had good sandwiches.
It's just they do a hot sandwich good.
They do.
Because I think my biggest thing with Subway, you know me, I prefer a hot meal over a cold. And I feel like a lot of the Subway options are more geared towards the cold.
Okay, but that's the thing. Subway put in the oven after Quiznos because they were trying to compete with Quiznos. That's exactly why. They were like, "Ooh, look at our brand new toasted subs." I'm like, well, in Quiznos, I can watch it go by. It doesn't just go into an oven. I like watching my food on a conveyor belt. That's yours. You're like, that's mine. And then you watch it and it goes along. Like, that's my sandwich.
Some Coco Melon ass explanation. I like seeing them. I like the visuals.
That's my food.
Yeah.
No. Yeah. I mean, I guess.
Is it no or is it yeah? You said both.
Yes. But there was this one specific sauce that went on their like Italian style sub. It was this vinaigrette. It is the best sauce ever. Like, you're a Thousand Island guy. That sauce, so good. And I wish, because they're now out of business, and even the one next to us closed. It was like the final Subway.
We had one in the
one
city.
Subway near us. And it finally closed too. Yeah. And now I'm devastated. I wish I could buy that in bulk. Oh my God, it's so good.
You know what's fascinating? I talked about how once a week we would do like a food outside. We have that same policy with us. Like,
we do a once a week fun food.
What's funny, though, is that there are weeks where I'm like, clearly I'm craving something else and you're not really feeling that.
Okay.
But then we never end up doing separate. And it's weird to do it separate, but then at the same time, I'm like, but I want that. So then what does one do?
Okay, that falls under the things that feel illegal but technically aren't. You know what I mean?
Illegal? Okay, go on.
Where it feels illegal for us to go get... Okay, so like let's say we're on a road trip, for example, okay? And let's say I really want, I don't know, McDonald's and you really want Wendy's, let's say. It's technically not illegal for us to stop at McDonald's, then go stop at Wendy's. But it feels wrong.
YouTubers do it all the time with their weird videos.
Okay, well, it feels wrong to me then, which is the same thing. The same thing applies for when we do our fun food. It feels weird to get food from two different places.
Well, I think additionally for me, it's weirder to like order two different places to bring food here.
Oh, like if you're ordering for delivery?
Yeah, especially with the add-ons on the charges. It's like you're paying for 4 meals at that point.
Yeah, it's weird.
Yeah. But I don't know, because, sometimes man just wants a Popeye's chicken sandwich.
Okay, then just you have to express your needs that you need a Popeye's chicken sandwich.
I don't need it. I want it.
Okay, well, you want a Popeye's chicken sandwich, and then we can get Popeye's. It's fine.
It's never like I will have it's not like I'm going to be very upset if we don't have it. Like, that's never the case. I'm very like, yeah, we can have that instead. I'm fine. But it's just a thought that came into my mind, and I decided to share it with you.
Okay, well, I appreciate you sharing. That's very kind of you to share your feelings with me and everyone listening.
Hey, you still here? Having a good time?
Okay.
What is that thumbs up?
I think we did a great job here today.
Yeah? Is that the signal?
I'm sleepy.
Oh my God. Okay, so a peek behind the curtain, because that's what we're doing here today. It's almost a fun number. It's 4:19 p.m. right now, and Liana is sleepy.
Yeah, okay. Well, it's been a busy day. I've been doing a lot of things today.
Yeah.
I did all of my closeouts for the year. I started my new journal. I finished out my daily stories. I made my gratitude word cloud for the year. I made meals for the week.
Meals.
Yes. Mm-hmm. We did this. I mean, that's a full day. Give your girl some grace.
To be clear, it's a full day on an off day. Because this is we're in that limbo free time. Yeah.
Yeah, this is my rest day. Yeah. It's a lot for a rest day. I didn't even take Pilates today.
What? You take Pilates?
Yeah. It's just so cool. That will also be... Okay, because that's a thing. Okay, we're going to talk about stuff, right? We're going to talk about our lives. Mm-hmm, where do I go? Work? Mm-hmm. The grocery store? Mm-hmm. Pilates.
Yes.
That's it.
Well...
I don't go anywhere else.
The thing is, you have, first of all, that minimizes who you are and how you interact with the world, because you have a lot of stories that come out of it.
That's because pay attention. I pay attention to the world around me. There's a lot of stuff going on. If you just open your eyes, sheeple. Did I tell you that my Pilates general manager...
Why are you whispering like they're not going to hear this?
I know, but
did I tell you? Did I tell you to stay on script? What are you doing?
Okay, so I had this whole arc where I realized how... Okay, all right. So
One of my favorite things is watching you decide which side of the store you want to come in on. You're like, should I enter through this door or not? That window looks open. I should go through that window instead. Actually, the back door might be the better way to go here for this story.
The back door is the better way to go. Okay, so my Pilates. Okay, nobody tell her because she's awesome. By the way, my Pilates general manager is an amazing woman. She is such an inspiration. I really, really enjoy her. Okay,
I can vouch because Liana talks about Pilates a lot.
Shut up. Anyway, so she was like, yeah, Bob Marley was killed by the CIA. Like, that's her conspiracy theory. And I'm like, that's a new one. I don't think that I had heard that one before, right? In terms of conspiracy theories, I think that one's a new one.
That's
because he was spreading too much love, I guess, or unity or something, I think was the logic.
I'm going to need some time with that.
Okay, we can
not
process.
Not to subscribe to it because I don't think I will, but how did you get here?
We can process that. Let's internalize that. Let's process that, and we can discuss that next time.
I don't think that's going to come up next time. It's a hunch I have.
I will 100% once we finish ever forget about. I will forget about this. Yeah. I will not remember this.
I think that's fair.
I couldn't remember if I was 4 or 12. So
I still can't believe that's a thing for you. Like, I remember so vividly. Like, oh, that was 10 in 4th grade, so I was 10. That was 5th grade, so I was 11.
Okay, yeah. I mean, I have like very specific memories of things that happened. But like we went to Subway. I mean, I don't mean to brag, but we went to Subway a lot when I was a kid. Wow. Okay, so it's not like an isolated incident. But
wealthy.
But I remember. Oh well. Speaking of wealthy, I had $106 to buy fashion polys with. But like that's a specific memory that I remember.
Mm-hmm. Okay. But the thing is, I'm not saying you're weird. I think I'm weird because I will remember food-related stuff like that.
Yeah, you do.
What was that?
You have a lot of food-related memories.
Yeah, I mean, food is life. It fuels your life. It can change your life. It can enhance your life. It can benefit your life.
Water is life. You'll die first without water. If I take away food and I take away water from you, you'll die first with a lack of water, not food.
Food brings joy. It brings people together.
Water brings joy.
Does it?
I love water. Can I show off my water bottle?
Have you ever gone on a date where it was a water date and you just drank water?
Well,
it's a yes or no.
Maybe. When you say it like that, weirdo.
Yeah. Have you ever had a water potluck with your friends and coworkers?
Where we all bring different water flavors.
Like, and it's like the TikTok trend. I'm Liana and I brought Fiji. It's like, I'm David and I brought Dasani. And then like people on the internet are stitching it.
They're trashing him.
They're like reviewing like, David's an idiot. He doesn't know what he's doing. Blah, blah, blah.
Kick David out of the friend group for bringing Dasani. Ooh, and then so-and-so brought Voss water. Yeah. Like, wow.
It's like, I'm Eleanor, and I brought my own Brita filter water that I distilled 3 times.
Okay, by the way, also, Consumer Reports will verify this, that the Brita water filter is the best water filter. The Brita. Specifically.
I'm John, and I brought a bag of ice.
That technically counts.
Yeah, it'll melt it.
Yeah, like I brought water vapor. I brought fog. A fog machine at the water party.
Could not want to be there less. I'm not going to lie to you.
Well,
we're wrapping up.
I think this was a weird first start.
Why weird?
I don't know what happened, but time has elapsed and we've spoken about things.
We've talked about many a topics.
Yeah.
We've had some outrageous moments.
Okay.
We've had some funny ones.
Okay.
And we've had some that may questionably remain in the post and on this episode, even though we should probably remove them.
Nah.
You can have it all. That's all fine with us.
That's what they say. That's that slogan. Have it your way.
Like Burger King.
Burger King, yeah. Burger King.
So what I want to say before we close out here is that obviously if you enjoyed this, first of all, thank you for giving us your time.
Yeah.
The couple of things I'm going to ask here. If you're watching this on, if you are looking for the video of this, you should be on YouTube, on the RHAP YouTube channel. If you're watching this on the RHAP YouTube channel, my other request is please subscribe to the feed for this podcast now that it's starting. It's the early days. I want people to be able to like have it ready so that in the event, you're on a road trip or something and you can't watch the video, boom, you got it on your feed ready to go. It's the Pooya and Liana Lounge, so you can look that up. If you were subscribed to the Masked Singer RHAP feed, you're in luck. Don't change anything. That's the same feed. It's just been rebranded for our new endeavor.
Mm-hmm. Yes, exactly. So what do you need to do? Keep watching the YouTube video. If you're watching the YouTube video, if you're listening to the audio version, that's also awesome. Listen in the Pooya and Liana Lounge feed. That's where you can find it, and do both. Listen to both, because this is, I mean, there's so much to unpack. I think you're really going to need to listen to it twice. Once audio, once YouTube.
To see how we got to the topics we did with you at the wheel.
Okay, on the Pooya and Liana Lounge, it's
vibes.
Magic.
Yeah.
It's just vibes. What happens, happens, and the thoughts that happen, and we're hanging out. It's a lounge. It's a lounge. We're lounging.
Hang out and,
we're lounging.
And have any conversation in the lounge.
We're chilling.
Yeah.
We're having a good time. We're having some drinks. We're chilling. By drinks, I mean water.
We do not
I'm
mean
a
water.
water girl.
Do not mean water.
Oh, it's like the sequel to Waterboy, Water Girl. But it's just a woman obsessed with water. I'm a Pisces.
I'm a Pisces.
Yeah, and you don't drink enough water.
I drink plenty. I remember where I was before you derailed me with your water nonsense. It was food is good. Food is joy.
That's what you stopped down to say. You were like, guys, I need to tell you, food is good.
I felt like you maybe this will be a fun. Actually, you mock me.
Yeah.
And you have the audacity to mock me with a rebuttal that is a water party is a legitimate thing. Water is life. Food is life. Food is life. That's what it was. It was food is life.
Okay. Food is life. Food
I
is
love
life.
when I remember what we were talking about. So we're not done yet, because I think that food is a cornerstone.
Cornerstone.
To incredible journey.
I love going to Cold Stone.
Why are you that kid?
You know, I'd never been to Cold Stone Creamery until I was older. I was like in high school.
I've never had it, but I've been in it.
Okay. What am I supposed to do with that information?
Friends would get it. I just didn't care for the
like Monica.
Or throw it up and then we're gonna like bop bop bop, slice it open and then shove it in there and then shove it back. Like why?
Like, you're like, that's
just
a way too aggressive.
Man.
That's so aggressive for my ice cream.
Yeah, just scoop it. Let me have the ice cream.
No, but it's gotta be cold because otherwise it thaws.
Ice cream is cold.
No, but it's not. Once you take it out and you zhuzh it up, then it gets warm and it melts. I actually watched someone on TikTok do it without the Cold Stone being on, and it melts and it gets everywhere, and you can't eat it.
What I'm saying is, my argument isn't that you need the stone there. Mine is you don't need all that stuff. Just
okay, well, I was a Dairy Queen girl anyway, so I'm more of a soft serve lady myself.
As someone who has discovered Dairy Queen late in his life, I co-sign.
That hits, man.
It's a good time.
It's so good.
It's such a good time. I feel like that's what I've been getting for my birthday now. I'm like,
what, Dairy Queen?
I don't need a cake. Let me just get a.
Yeah. Have you ever had an ice cream cake?
Have I? I don't think I've had a Dairy Queen one, but I think I've had it.
Oh, okay.
Why? You like it?
Eh.
Wow. Well,
no, they're fine. They're fine.
Why would you bring it up if it's eh?
Well, I wanted to know if you'd ever had one. I was just curious. Okay, food is life. Let's go. What else?
What? See, you do this thing.
Sorry, food is life. What else?
You're like, oh, get on with your little point.
Move on. Let's go. Come on.
I took a course on this.
Food is life.
No, the sociology of food.
Oh, okay, sure.
And I don't appreciate you.
That's why you don't like it when I walk around eating.
So Liana does this thing.
It happened one time.
Yeah, what we're not going to do is lie to the audience, person who watches Barney last year. So Liana has a tendency of just being a multitasker, which is not a bad thing. But she'll multitask some things where I'm like, just give it the time it deserves. Mainly in this topic, let's stick to the food thing. She will be eating whilst walking around and doing other stuff around the house. And like sometimes like she's eating and like she's got the sink running, or she's like trying to organize. So I'm like, just sit and enjoy your food. Food is meant to be, to me, it's meant to be like a pit stop in the day where you're refueling, but also, you're relaxed and you're chilling.
I just get bored. I just want to do stuff. I don't want to sit around and eat. And also, by the way, it's not weird. It's not like I was eating, I don't know, like pasta. I had like a breadstick. Okay, so it's a very portable food item to be eaten.
It was the cheesy bread from Papa John's.
Yeah, but it was cold, so it wasn't like, it was like hard. It was like hard.
Why does that matter?
Because I didn't care. Because it's easier to move when it's hard. It's not like gooey and melty and liquidy and sticky.
The critique isn't that the food will make stains or make a mess. That is a critique you would think is the problem, because you're like, oh no, it spilled. No, my thing is, enjoy your food.
Okay, and I do. I enjoyed it while I was organizing the spice cabinet. I can enjoy both those things at the same time.
Like I grew up on, lunch, dinner, like you try and do that with the family. And like it's an important part of the day, as in like because you're getting to spend time, especially like you're going to school and stuff, like you come together, you sit down. Or like I think of how many times you've hung out with friends and family
At Subway.
Not at Subway, but just any restaurant. Like it's like always been a part of like whatever activity almost. Like, we're going to the movies. Yeah. We're going to bite after. Yeah.
Yes. We would go to Red Robin. We would go to Red Robin, get burgers, or they had these little wrap things that I really liked. And then we would go to the movies.
Is Red Robin known for its burgers?
Red Robin. Yum.
I think it's time to go. I think Liana is.
That was the slogan. Red Robin, yum.
That yum is part of it?
I think so.
Is it still a thing?
I may have completely made that up. I think, Red Robin's, I think, still a thing. I don't think they have any near us right now.
Not that I know.
But they did when I was growing up. Okay. All
Is
right.
Red Robin the place that does unlimited fries?
They do the potato wedge fries.
Are they unlimited?
I don't remember.
One of these places is unlimited is what I've heard anyway. All right. So are you happy?
Yeah.
And sleepy?
Yeah. I got to talk about my banana. We got to hang out.
What I learned, and I don't mean to cut you off, what I learned is I did the same thing you just did, and then that got us on like 3 other topics. So
yeah, so this is really your fault.
No, what I'm saying is maybe we shouldn't do this is what we talked about today, because then it's going to open up.
Oh, sure.
We're trying to shut down.
Sure. Okay, no more words from me.
Well, Liana, more words from you, because where can people find you?
Yes.
What are the projects you have going on? What do you want people to look at, basically?
Okay, so I'm officially done with Twitter. Technically, I still have one. So if you must, you can reach out to me on Twitter, but I have notifications off.
You don't log in.
I don't log in. I don't check it very often. Okay. I'm on Blue Sky now because I'm cool.
Yeah, how often do you use that?
Not very often either, but I'm more committed to checking that now. So follow me on Blue Sky at Lianaism. Okay, that's me. I'm here.
Name. I like that.
Thank you. I was inspired by Pooyaism because for my short stint on Twitch, we had the same name, Pooyaism and Lianaism, and then Pooya changed his name without telling me to just plain Pooya. So it's fine, whatever.
We're not shutting down the podcast now because this is saucy. So first of all, I'm a Twitch partner now.
Congratulations.
4 years. That's what I do. But I've had the Pooyaism handle on like anything that I would sign up for. Basically.
Yes.
And so it was easy to put Pooyaism. But every time I sign up for a new app or a new space, I look up the Pooya, the single word, because I feel like having my own first name is pretty damn cool.
Pretty dang cool.
And so I remember at one point I messaged the guy on Twitter that has the Pooya handle. I was like, I'll pay you $200 to give me the handle.
You did?
I offered.
Did he reply?
No, but then he followed me, and now we follow each other.
Okay.
But we've never talked.
Buddies.
Yeah. So I checked the Pooya on Twitch,
Okay.
and it was just an account that was offline. It doesn't stream.
Okay.
Like nothing. So when I got partner, one of the perks is you can talk to like
a rep.
And I talked to my rep, and I was like, hey, so I know that we can switch our handles once. Is it possible to ask for a handle that is not available, but is also not in use seemingly? Like, what's the handle? I was like, Pooya. It's like, we can change that. I was like,
That's so cool.
It's my first name.
Imagine being the person who had the Pooya handle and logging back into Twitch and being like, sorry, your username is still
listen, yes, if you've been gone for 4 years, let me have it. And so that's my handle. Let me have it. But you were not supportive of this out the gate.
Because I wanted us to have the same name.
Yeah.
And I don't think there's anything wrong with that.
Well, do you stream still?
No. Okay, whatever. Anyway, so I'm at Lianaism on Blueski. And then I'm also podcasting about Drag Race season 17. I can't believe it's here.
Premiere?
Oh my God, it was so good.
We'll find out.
And and listen to Beth Amon and I break that down on the Drag Race RHAP feed, which you should also subscribe to and listen to and watch our videos on YouTube.
Thank you, Liana.
You're welcome.
Can find me, of course, on all socials at Pooyaism. Find me on Twitch, though, twitch.tv/Pooya. No ism there, just one name, because that's how I do it. Twitch partner, by the way. And you can also listen to me on a lot of podcasts right now, because I'm talking Traitors US Season 3. I'm talking Traitors UK Season 3. So those are going on right now. I'm sure they're both a really, really good time. So definitely check those out. And 90 Day Fiancé, the Hot Mess Express, waits for nobody. And I'm there every week, making sure you get your fill of what's going on 90 Day Fiancé. We'll be back next week with who knows what. But let me tell you one thing. When you come into the lounge, the fun times are guaranteed, the laughs are guaranteed, and the eye rolls from us to each other very much guaranteed. So we hope you had fun.
Subscribe.
Let us know. You know, use the comments section on the YouTube video right now. Let us know what you thought and everything in between. All right, y'all take care.
Subscribe.
From me and the ghost next to me. Have a good one. Bye.